Hello everyone, and welcome to my channel General Hospital Official. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Dex's ghost pays a visit to Jocelyn. Michael gets served with legal separation. General Hospital spoilers say that Isaiah Gannon ended up in the women's steam room with Jordan Ashford, who was surprised to see him there. Jordan was even more astonished when the door jammed, trapping them until someone phoned the fire department for assistance. Jordan and Isaiah shared some flirtatious bonding moments throughout the struggle. Jocelyn Jax was taken aback when she ran into Cameron Weber in Rice Plaza, who said he was only passing through on his way to Key West for the holidays. Cameron inquired as to whether Jocelyn had any arrangements with Dex Heller, to which she replied that Dex had died the night before, bringing Cam comfort. Gretchen Ross eventually arrived and seemed a little territorial with Cameron as she met Jocelyn. After Gretchen left to get a rideshare, Cameron provided further support and hugged Joss farewell. When Jocelyn received a notice on her phone, she realized she had just spent her first 24 hours without Dex. As it began to snow, Dex came in his dress uniform, smiling. Jocelyn took a brief glance away before returning to observe that Dex's supposed ghost had vanished. Giovanni Gio Palmieri assisted Brooklyn Quartermain in wrapping presents at the Quartermain estate and encouraged him to open up about missing his mother over the holiday season. Gio hadn't made many friends in Port Charles, but Brooklyn urged him to put himself out there. Gio concluded that Brooklyn sounded remarkably similar to his mother. Over with Tracy Quartermain, she answered the door and discovered Martin Gray standing there. Martin was hunting for Michael Corinthos, but he refused to share the secret information with Tracy. Tracy assumed this was about Michael and Willow Corinthos' growing court dispute, but she made it obvious that Michael had the Quartermains on his side and the Quartermains usually win. In the kitchen, Sasha Gilmore Corbin prevented Jason Morgan from washing his plate because it was her responsibility. Jason complimented Sasha for always having snacks for the kids, and she thanked him for coming to her rescue with Jen Sidwell. Sasha highlighted an old photo she had seen of Jason wearing a reindeer sweater and hoped he would wear it again, but he maintained those days were over. Next, Jason met Tracy, who commented on the thug who had previously rejected all things Quartermain but now believes he is entitled to live there. Jason insisted it was because of Danny Morgan. Tracy still didn't like Jason, but she appreciated that he didn't try to be someone he was not. Drew Quartermain's tale was different, so Tracy assumed Jason was more of a Quartermain family member than his brother. Nina Reeves gave Willow an update on how she had recruited Martin to represent her. Willow thought that was premature and was certain that Michael would make a deal with her on custody of the children. Nina protested and eventually informed Willow that she could not rely on Drew. When Willow confessed that she had asked Drew and Scout Quartermain over for Christmas Eve, Nina attempted to thwart the arrangement. Despite Nina's focus on legal strategy, Willow simply needed Nina to be her mother right now. That was enough to touch Nina's emotions and convince her to let Drew bring Scout over. Willow promised to make sure Drew understood the ground rules, but Nina insisted on doing it herself. Nina just wanted Willow to keep Martin as her attorney because she was concerned about Michael's response to finding out Drew was with the children. Drew arrived at Aurora, furious over the stock market's decline, prompting Curtis Ashford to expose Michael's takeover and the 5-year CEO deal that elevated Curtis to the throne. Curtis reminded out that Drew broke his promise and offered the CEO position to Michael because of what occurred with Willow. Michael had gotten his revenge, but Curtis was the only one who considered Aurora's best interests. Drew made some threats and believed the SEC would want to get involved, but Curtis dismissed the idea. Drew refused to stand for this, but Curtis pretended he had to and handed Drew his old nameplate from the door. Drew refused it, so Curtis threw it on the ground as Drew walked away. Meanwhile, Michael confided in Harrison Chase about his problems with Willow, but he wanted to maintain his marriage and believed that forgiveness was possible with his wife. However, Michael refused to accept Drew's actions and promised to pay. Martin finally found Michael and handed him a hefty envelope, saying he should consider himself served. Michael eventually discovered a legal separation agreement within. According to General Hospital spoilers, Willow and Michael's relationship is going to take a sharp turn for the worse. General Hospital spoilers, baby Gio birth complications caused Brooklyn's pregnancy delay. Can she no longer conceive? According to General Hospital teasers, Brooklyn Quartermain appears to be on the verge of receiving awful news concerning her possibilities of having children with Harrison Chase. Something tells us that Chase isn't the issue here. Based on the show's hints, the problem is most likely with Brooklyn. For starters, GH writers continue to highlight Brooklyn and Dante Falconeri's freshly manufactured camp fling. It's a clear rewriting, but viewers are now led to believe Dante and Brooklyn buried a young romance all those years ago. However, there are indications that Brooklyn went a step further in her deception by concealing the fact that she had Dante's kid. Giovanni Gio Palmieri is very probably Brooklyn and Dante's biological son, who was placed for adoption at the time. That leads us to a fresh clue in the December 17th episode. Brooklyn was uneasy as Maxie Jones reflected on her own previous pregnancy turmoil. Brooklyn seemed to take Maxie's reference of James West's terrible birth very personally. Maxie was concerned that she had done something to upset Brooklyn, who admitted to being concerned that something was wrong because she was failing to conceive. That's true, but we can't overlook the scene in which Brooklyn appeared upset about Maxie discussing a terrible delivery. Brooklyn most likely had a terrible delivery when she gave birth to Gio. Brooklyn may have been unaware of any long-term consequences from that birth. Let's talk about some of the good reasons why the tale should take that path. For starters, this could be what prompts Brooklyn to confess her big secret to Chase. Dr. Frida Navarro may inform Brooklyn that it is doubtful she will ever conceive again owing to what happened with her first child. Brooklyn might finally break down and tell Chase everything. Chase deserves to know why his baby-making efforts with Brooklyn aren't succeeding. Of course, this could make Brooklyn understand that the child she gave up for adoption is her only opportunity to have one. Brooklyn may begin a search for the child she abandoned, unaware that Gio is the mysterious son who already lives under the same roof. Lois Cerullo appears to be the only one who knows the entire story here, therefore our predictions indicate that she may face a significant decision. According to General Hospital spoilers, Brooklyn will face more baby mayhem in the future, so stay tuned for more on the difficult journey ahead. Insider Trader, is this how Michael departs General Hospital? With Chad Duell's departure from his role as General Hospital's Michael Corinthos in January and the show's decision not to recast for the time being, Michael must be written off the canvas somehow. Following the December 18th episode of GH, we believe we know exactly what will happen. Did Michael from General Hospital fall into a trap? When Jordan encouraged Curtis to solely look out for himself and play both Michael and Drew, we knew he would devise a brilliant strategy that would put him on top. He explained the plan to an already stressed-out Michael, who reluctantly did as Curtis requested. Curtis' plan was straightforward. He would have Michael release an unfinished Aurora year-end financial report to the business press, causing the stock to plummet. Then, Michael would buy up all the cheap shares to become the majority shareholder and appoint Drew CEO. Curtis even wanted it all in writing, so Michael signed some documents, but did he read them? What did Michael actually sign away? And what exactly did Michael do when he betrayed Drew, who had already betrayed him? To us, his activities appear to constitute insider trading, or, at the very least, something GH might play off as insider trading if they took some legal liberties, as soap operas do. Michael has no idea that he is Carly's biological son. He repeats the same mistakes and never learns his lesson. He married a lady who had cheated on her previous husband with him, but Michael never imagined Willow would cheat on him. Now it appears he may have engaged in some insider trading, which he kinda sorta did 2 years ago when he and Drew told Carly about their plan to merge Aurora and ELQ. Carly acquired as much shares as she could, expecting the merger would make her wealthy, only to lose everything when it never materialized. Carly was almost charged with the crime, Drew went to jail, and Michael got away with it, but would that happen again? Michael did precisely what Carly did. He purchased stock using insider information, knowing Aurora's stock was poised to drop. Not only that, but he manipulated the stock to make it possible. It would be ironic, hilarious, and quite plainly brilliant if GH ultimately sent Michael to jail for insider trading after he was the one who started the last round of Aurora stock antics because he couldn't wait to tell his mother what he was up to. With Michael behind bars, it would be simple to recast the part in the future with a different actor. It would also serve him well and possibly humble him, allowing a new and improved Michael to emerge after all is said and done. So, where is Nina when we need her? Surely she has the SEC on fast dial. Christmas surprises, family matters, and a call for help. General Hospital rumors and updates hint to Christmas surprises, family drama, and a call for help. Next on General Hospital, Carly Spencer receives a Christmas gift, James West investigates family concerns, and Nina Reeves calls for help. In the General Hospital preview video, Carly enters through Bobby's front door with a box and discovers a Christmas surprise, or shock. Jack Brennan is waiting inside, screaming, "It's a Christmas miracle. Santa received my letter." Carly appears annoyed. After all, the last time they spoke, it was not particularly pleasant. What does Brennan want now? Carly is appreciative for the things he has done for her that have helped. But he wasn't delighted with her putting a bug in, and she wasn't thrilled with having to. GH spoilers: Trina Robinson and Kai Taylor get a little closer across town. It appears that Trina Robinson and Kai Taylor are becoming a little friendlier, and likely a little closer, as she smiles at him during the GH preview. He wishes her happy holidays in front of a nicely adorned Christmas tree. It's Trina's first Christmas without Spencer Cassadine, and it appears that she is finally recovering, though she will never forget him. Might Kai try to catch Trina under mistletoe? It may be a little early for that, but he seemed smitten. General Hospital spoilers: Family Matters. James is celebrating Christmas Eve with Maxie Jones and Felicia Scorpio when he learns someone has gone missing. He protests because he finally has an uncle. Shouldn't he be there for Christmas? Maxie invited Cody Bell, but he declined to square dance around his cousin Sasha Corbin. He'd better watch out. James is likely to sneak out of the house and search for him in the stables. However, he is not present right now. GH spoilers: Cody Bell deserves a family. It was difficult for both Cody and Sasha to be madly in love only to discover they couldn't be together because their birth fathers are brothers. But there they are, united in the Quartermaine kitchen, with Sasha attempting to persuade a grouchy Cody that he deserves a family, even if she is also in it. Will Sasha be able to persuade him to come to Maxie's house and enjoy a family Christmas together? Even though Sasha's parents are still overseas, she recently told Jason Morgan that Robert Scorpio and Holly Sutton are texting back and forth with her. Cody and Sasha would prefer to spend the holidays with the Scorpios rather than at the Q house. In the meantime, Willow Corinthos persuaded her mother Nina to invite Scout Quartermaine and her father over to Nina's house to spend Christmas Eve together. Willow promised Nina that Drew Quartermaine would be given the ground rules, as Nina did not want her to get involved with him any further. But now she looks to be crossing her own boundaries, telling Drew that she's starting to feel like she doesn't know Michael Corinthos at all. Nina advised her not to trust Drew or Michael, therefore she shouldn't be doing that. Meanwhile, Nina hasn't told her that Drew was also sleeping with her. GH spoilers: A cry for help. During the GH preview video, Nina is making a phone call from outside the earshot of Willow and Drew, pleading for help. She's almost in tears after hearing their chat and telling someone she needs them here right now. Who could she be calling? It's probable she's calling her buddy Ava Jerome or Martin Gray. There's even a chance she'll be phoning Rick Lansing, as spoilers suggest he receives a startling offer. General Hospital's Kin Shriner stresses resilience. Kin Shriner, who plays the funny, but presently missing, Scotty Baldwin on General Hospital, has made another tribute to old Hollywood. He recently uploaded a photo of his father, Herb Shriner, from an advertisement for the 1950s game show 2 for the Money, demonstrating his rich Hollywood origins. He released a humorous montage on social media as part of his ongoing investigation of his past and connection to Hollywood. Hollywood, take it lightly. Kin Shriner of General Hospital commented on Instagram, "It all used to start with a proof sheet and hopes, and then we kept going in Hollywood. And still on the menu." His words were an incentive to endurance, which is especially beneficial for performers who must go through audition after audition before landing a job. Shriner also added a video set to Rod Stewart's popular song Forever Young, which featured a collage of photos and magazine images of Shriner from the past. One of the photos was a full-page magazine spread featuring stars from the past. Shriner was, of course, among the greats, like John Travolta, Scott Baio, Chris Atkins, Leif Garrett, John Schneider, and fellow soap actor Michael Damian, who still plays Danny Romalotti on The Young and the Restless. The article's title was "Those Gorgeous Guys and How They Get That Way." Each celebrity portrait has data beneath it, with Shriner's reading, Kin Shriner. Physical characteristic, broad shoulders ideal for resting your head on. Personality trait, a unique combination of sweetness and sexiness. The article's stay-in-shape secret, all kinds of exercises, jogging, basketball, and boxing appears to be from a prominent 70s adolescent magazine, such as Dynamite or Tiger Beat. The audience thoroughly appreciated viewing photos of Shriner from the past. At Purple Kellum responded in a very lengthy but genuine manner, "You are dearly missed on General Hospital. You are a legendary icon. I am praying for your return. You are one of the originals. You're an incredibly talented actor. General Hospital has been making horrible decisions, and I'm hoping that my all-time favorite program will continue, but the executives and producers must address this. They need to bring you back, along with Kelly Monaco and the others, to make our program great again." At Allison Oneby said, "My bedroom wall used to be covered in all of those pictures. Red heart, red heart, red heart, red heart, red heart, red heart." The love for Shriner kept pouring in. At Damos4503 commented, "You brought fun to GH. Scott was a very unusual character portrayed by a talented actor. You and Lynn were amazing, and I miss you much. Red heart." Curtis announcement, Alexis Pride, Sonny's intel, and Rick's offer. General Hospital spoilers are here. Fans may look forward to a major announcement from Curtis Ashford in tomorrow's program. Coming up on General Hospital, Alexis Davis swallows her pride. Carly Spencer updates Sonny Corinthos about family problems. Rick Lansing receives a surprise offer. Additionally, Trina Robinson makes a vow to Laura Collins. General Hospital spoilers, Sonny Corinthos update. GH spoilers say Carly will pay Sonny a visit. Carly will give Sonny an update on family concerns. So Sonny will find out how Jocelyn Jax is doing after Dex Heller's death. If the autopsy reveals that it was murder, it would not surprise me if Jocelyn turned to Sonny for justice. Jocelyn has previously set strict boundaries for Sonny's behavior, but Dex's death may change that. Carly may also inform Sonny about Willow Tate Corinthos betraying Michael Corinthos. Carly might also inform Sonny that she caught Nina Reeves and Willow attempting to depart with the children. Not only that, but Carly wants Drukane Quartermain punished, which could involve Sonny as well. Speaking of Willow, Nina calls someone and tells them she needs them right now. This may be Martin Gray, who is meant to handle Willow's separation and custody. Curtis Ashford is set to make a big news, according to General Hospital spoilers. This has to do with Aurora and Drew, so let's see what happens. Then again, a promotional film shows Willow conversing with Drew. Willow admits that she is starting to feel as if she does not know Michael at all. GH spoilers, Alexis swallows her pride. Rick receives a startling offer that may help him get out of his financial hole. Carly gets surprised by Jack Brennan. Kai Taylor wishes Trina happy holidays. Speaking about Trina, she makes a commitment to Laura. Additionally, Sasha Gilmore Corbin assures Cody Bell that he deserves a family. In addition, James West questions Maxie Jones about Cody's absence from the family Christmas celebrations. Could Cody finally give in and celebrate with his family? Jordan and Isaiah are locked in the steam room. Drew attempts to fire Curtis, Michael is served, and Dex appears to Joss. Jordan and Isaiah have a sensual moment, Sasha and Jason discover common ground, Gio opens out to Brooklyn, and Tracy spars with Martin. Isaiah rests in the steam room until Jordan enters, leaving him wondering why he's there. In the women's steam room, Isaiah had no idea. He tries to flee, but they've locked him in. They call for assistance and pound on the door. A woman arrives but cannot open the door. She tells him he is in the woman's steam room. He knows. The steam doubles, and the two become hotter than ever. They have a seat, and Jordan wonders if this is how he will die. Isaiah has questions about that. He tells her a story of being imprisoned in his room with no phone while missing his finals. He contacted the police, the fire department, and all of his medical students. Finally, he got out and aced the finals. A firefighter opens the door for the woman, explaining that a wedge got trapped in the door. Jordan praises him for saving them and leaves. Firefighters provide assistance in the steam room. ABC. Brooklyn and Gio wrap gifts for Scout. BLQ believes she has gone overboard, but Gio insists it is all right. They will still miss their mother no matter how many presents they receive. Gio mentions missing his mother, and she advises him he should be out there meeting friends. Gio confesses he sounds like her mother. Jason enters the Quartermain kitchen with a platter. Sasha tells him to put it down. That is her job. She has a stack of cookbooks open and claims she's attempting to recycle leftovers. Jason appreciates her for always bringing snacks for the kids. Danny and Scout haven't had much of an appetite recently. Sasha believes that is the least she can do. She thanks him for her life. When he asks about her parents, she says they've both been contacting her. They talk about how parents are human, and Sasha confesses Holly had the good wisdom to send Jason to save her. She can't be that horrible, but Sasha doubts she'll ever forgive hers. They discuss about his mother and how different he looked in images with her. Jason claims he wouldn't be there if Danny wasn't present. She worries if he'll wear his holiday sweater again, and he just responds it doesn't fit. Those days are long gone. Willow arrives at Nina's and observes that it is wonderfully decorated. Nina exclaims, "I did it for her." Nina confirms that she has kept Martin. She believes he will come after the kids, but Willow cringes and wonders why she did that. She disagrees that it is Michael's next move, and she cannot think about it right now. Nina says she and Martin will help her get through it no matter what it costs. She will ensure that her children stay with her. Willow is delighted Drew is on her side, but Nina does not believe she can rely on him. She can't see him socially or privately, which makes her appear unsympathetic to Michael's suffering. Willow says Drew is staying at the Cosmopolitan away from his daughter. He, too, is sad and will be alone for Christmas. He and Scout will accompany them on Christmas Eve. Nina's eyeballs pop out. It would be disastrous if this were to come to light. Willow believes things will be all right and urges Nina to just be her mother. Nina calms and lets him bring Drew and Scout for Christmas. She will chat to him. Nina strokes her daughter's hair and says she enjoys having her around. She will always be there for her. They hug. Martin arrives at the Q house to conduct sensitive business for Michael and refuses to leave the documents with Tracy. Tracy suspects Willow and Nina hired him as a lawyer, and she begs him to send them a message that if they go after him, they will go after all the QS. Martin claims she sounds rehearsed and believes she spewed it to the exhausted pizza delivery person on Thanksgiving. According to Tracy, the QS always win. Martin disagrees. Tracy tells him that his client slept with her husband's uncle. It's insensitive. Martin reminds her that their marriage is complicated. They both understand this. Tracy labels him a vulture and wonders how he appears in the mirror. Martin chuckles and says she makes people's lives miserable. He leaves, and Jason appears. Tracy says she has never kept it a secret. She considers him a bully, murderer, and ungrateful. Okay, Jason says. Tracy claims he dismissed the Q's affection. Jason asks if she has a point. Yes, she does. He had no need for them until today. Jason is there for his son and is trying to make things work for everyone. Even you. Tracy concedes that he has proven himself to be a true part of their family. Jason agrees. Drew rushes into Curtis' office at Aurora, concerned about the stock's decline. Curtis claims it's been fixed. As Drew inquires about his plans, he instructs Michael to send out the press release. Curtis dismisses him, saying it sounds like a job for CEO. Isn't he replacing him with Michael? Drew admits that he planned to reinstate him as director of the wellness division in exchange for a salary increase. Curtis considers it generous, but Aurora thrived while he was CEO. Drew agrees until today, at which point he connects the dots. Did he do this on purpose as retaliation? Drew apologizes but fires him. Curtis says he cannot do it. Michael recently promoted him to CEO. Drew is shocked. How could he? They are pals. Curtis agrees, but then lies to him. Drew intends to have him removed. Curtis claims that will not happen since he made Michael sign legal documentation. Drew considers it repulsive. If it hadn't been so terrible, he would have been impressed. Curtis responds that he offered Michael the position to keep him quiet about sleeping with his wife. Drew cautions Curtis that his relative does not have his best interests at heart. Curtis knows. He seeks vengeance on Drew. Drew will not let this happen. Curtis removes his name on the door and passes it over. He'll still make a fine living as a stockholder. Chase discovers Michael at the Aurora Fitness Center. They talk about last night's party. Michael claims it wasn't the happiest Q gathering. Chase is remorseful about what he is going through. Michael feels it's generous of him, given that he did the same thing to him. Chase claims that was in the past and deems his actions misguided. Michael says he needs to figure out what happens next. He's scared it's too late to save their marriage. They're constantly trying to shield each other with lies. His wife believes Drew will not lie to her, which draws her to him. Michael can forgive her, but he cannot forgive Drew. He will pay. Chase departs and Martin arrives. He provides him with a legal separation agreement. Joss is surprised to see Cam at Rice Plaza. He informs her that he is passing through for Christmas and will be spending the holidays in Key West. Joss cannot believe it. She chuckles, and when he asks whether she and Dex are doing anything for the season, she sadly informs him that he died. Cam is apologetic. He had no idea and cannot understand how she was experiencing. She's simply trying to put one foot in front of the other. She explains how the stabbing occurred, and they embrace. He's glad she and Dex spend some time together. She appreciates it. Gretchen walks up, kisses Cam, and introduces herself. Joss assumes they're going to Key West together, but Cam explains Gretchen's parents own a property on the water. They need to reach the airport. Joss and Cam say their goodbyes, and Joss realizes it has been 24 hours without Dex. She hears a sparkle of bells and then sees a smiling Dex in his dress blues before he vanishes. General Hospital spoilers: Sasha Corbin and Michael Corinthos are in Sidwell's crosshairs. Danger lurks once more in Port Charles, as Sasha Corbin becomes a target again, this time with her pregnant child caught in the crossfire. With Jen Sidwell's surprise entrance at St. Luke's to eavesdrop on Sasha's emotional prayer, previous threats re-emerge, putting Sasha and her baby's life in danger. Meanwhile, Michael Corinthos is dealing with personal and family upheaval, which forces him to confront unsettling facts. Could Sonny Corinthos step in and whisk Sasha and Michael away to his remote island for safety? A troubled past, Sidwell's vendetta and Sasha's ordeal. Sasha Corbin has already had a scary brush with Jen Sidwell, narrowly avoiding danger because to Jason Morgan's quick thinking. Previously, Sidwell kidnapped Sasha after discovering her mother, Holly Sutton, had stolen a fortune in diamonds from him. Jason returned the stones and rescued Sasha just before Sidwell could exact his wrath. Despite Jason's assistance, Holly maintained that the threat was not over. Holly fled the United States with Robert Scorpio, claiming she owed money to a prominent international criminal gang, abandoning her daughter in Port Charles. Sasha, left to pick up the pieces, experienced her own personal struggle. She sought peace after learning that the man she loved, Cody Bell, was actually her first cousin. On a night of sadness and vulnerability, Sasha had a drunken one-night fling with Michael Corinthos. The fallout: Michael Corinthos' shattered family. Michael's life has collapsed as a result of personal betrayal and catastrophic revelations. His marriage to Willow Corinthos, once a source of stability, has collapsed after he uncovered her romance with his uncle, Drew Quartermaine. This revelation not only destroyed the connections of trust in his marriage, but it also shattered his already delicate family dynamic. As Michael deals with the aftermath, Sasha faces her own revelation: she is pregnant with Michael's kid. Despite telling Maxie Jones about her pregnancy, Sasha has kept Michael's identity as the father a secret. A shocking encounter at St. Luke's. Sasha goes St. Luke's Chapel to find peace on the anniversary of her child's death with Brando Corbin. There, she meets Sonny Corinthos, who provides her with a reassuring presence and a listening ear. Their chat brings a period of calm, but it is quickly broken. Tracy Quartermain arrives after Sunny has left, and she makes a rare apology for her past harshness. The two women find common ground, leaving Sasha alone to pray. Sidwell lurks in the shadows, sitting in the back pew and overhearing everything. Sasha's murmured prayers betray her pregnancy, granting Sidwell a nefarious advantage. While Holly returned the stolen diamonds, Sidwell's abrupt arrival raises suspicions. Did Holly deceive him with phony diamonds, reigniting his vendetta? Or is Sidwell simply hunting for leverage, targeting Sasha and her unborn child to inflict more vengeance? Michael Corinthos discovers Sasha's secret. Michael discovers the truth about Sasha's pregnancy. Whether Sasha confesses to him directly or pieced it together on his own, the knowledge affects everything. If Sidwell's threats grow, Jason Morgan may be called back into the fray to assist with another rescue mission. However, once Sonny Corinthos realizes Sasha is carrying Michael's kid, he will surely take matters into his own hands. Sonny's solution: the island sanctuary. Sonny has always been a fierce protector of his family, and Sasha's position will be no different. Michael is grieving the loss of his other children, Wiley and Amelia, following their departure with Willow and Nina Reeves, thus Sasha's protection becomes paramount. Sonny, known for his inventiveness, may propose transporting Sasha and Michael to his private island, a safe haven far from Sidwell's reach. The island, a safe haven for the Corinthos family, provides the much-needed protection as Michael and Sasha reconcile with their future as co-parents. The stakes rise. As the pieces fall into place, the tension in Port Charles builds to a fever pitch. Sidwell's reemergence threatens to destabilize the delicate peace Sasha has worked so hard to establish. Michael must negotiate the upheaval of his shattered family while also dealing with his growing duties to Sasha and their pregnant child. Will Sonny's intervention be enough to keep them safe from Sidwell's vengeance? Can Sasha and Michael rebuild amidst the chaos, or will the weight of their secrets and the dangers around them be too much to bear? Thanks for watching. If you like this video, so please don't forget to subscribe my channel and don't miss any update.